Hey YouTube, Frosty here. Got a fun in the sun team for you today with Groudon and Lunala. So, sun and moon, perhaps? Anyway, we got a pretty fun lineup. There's a code on the screen if you guys want to test this team out for yourself. You know, maybe watch the whole video, see how I perform with it, and let me know how you guys do with it. Anyway, we got our core restricted of LUNADON with a Trick Room setting Lunala with Wide Guard to help deal with the likes of Kyogre and Calyrex Shadow, as well as opposing Groudons. There's many spread moves that Wide Guard can be helpful with. I'm hoping it comes into play today. Then we have, the two Kanto boys who thrive in the sun. Venusaur, putting things to sleep real fast with a chlorophyll boosted sleep powder. And then we got Charizard, who's solar power boosted. He's insanely powerful as a Dynamax option. Gigantamax, rather. The G-Max Wildfire doing 1/6 of the opponent's damage every turn. That adds up real quick and can make or break a game. It's rocking the Charty Berry to help deal with opposing Charizard's ancient powers, as well as it can survive certain rock attacks. Not every rock move, but certain rock moves with the Charty Berry attack. We got Gastrodon to help deal with one of our bigger water weaknesses. It's not... I don't know, I'm testing out the Gastrodon, seeing if he's necessary. Maybe I want another offensive Pokemon. I was tempted for Incineroar or Landorus Therian for an Intimidate option. We'll see how that plays out. I do like Gastrodon. Storm Drain comes into play a lot more than you'd like to think. You can get a really beefy Gastrodon against a Kyogre that's just unprepared. Grimmsnarl, perfect support mon. Prankster screens. Just great all around. I have had a couple issues in the past of using Thunder Wave as opposed to Scary Face, where I can't Thunder Wave, I don't know, a Regieleki or a Groudon. There's, certain drawbacks to Thunder Wave. Getting the Parahacks is great, but when you need that guaranteed speed drop, maybe Scary Face is better. Anyhow, this is the team we're going to be piloting today. I hope we can have a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys can learn something along with me. I like to learn from my mistakes while I'm playing this game because I make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, let's get right into it. We're still in Great Ball tier. Haven't done the greatest this season, as you can see there. But I'm hoping we can have maybe 3, maybe even 4 fun matches with this team. See, we have an even record of 13-13 for this season with 26 battles. That's pretty bad. I'm hoping we can improve that by starting to pilot with this new team. I haven't actually used this yet, so let's all learn together. I thought it was a fun team to throw together and maybe show some people. But right now we're up against the Palkia Calyrex Ice combo. So powerful Trick Room team, along with Amoonguss and Dusclops. He's got quite a lot of bulk on his team. But, I dare say a G-Max Charizard seems pretty powerful in this game. I may also want to get screens set up, so I don't know if I'm going to want to start with the G-Max Charizard, to be quite honest. But I know I'm going to want to bring Groudon Charizard. Venusaur is good as a switch-in against that Spore from Amoonguss. So maybe I will lead with the G-Max Charizard Groudon lead. That's what a lot of these teams tend to do. I might be putting myself at a huge disadvantage not bringing the light screen and reflect combo at a Grimmsnarl while he has his own. He's pretty bulky. I want to go pretty offensive. And maybe just go offensive straight out the gate depending on his lead. He might go for a Trick Room start right off the bat. But let's see how this game plays out. Good luck to my opponent, but not too much good luck. Starting out with the Incineroar Palkia. See, the Palkia start's not great, but I don't think it really likes to take a max Airstream either. I did want to just start Groudon instead of switching it in, just in case, well... It was more in case he started with the Calyrex Ice, so I didn't have to switch it into a Glacial Lance. But I feel like right now, in this position, Palkia can do some damage. I am an Assault Vest Groudon. And I do think just going for the real powerful max Airstream on the Palkia seems like a pretty good option in my eye. Yeah, I think it seems like a pretty good choice here. The Palkia could be going for Trick Room, so being able to double up damage onto it, I think is pretty beneficial here. Let's see what the opponent does. Maybe my hyper offensive lead will play out in the best for. Could also bite me in the ass. Opponent is going for the Dynamax Palkia. So not going to see Trick Room this turn. I think that I'm quite okay with that. We're both going to use our max turn 1. No late game max shenanigans. He does go for the Fake Out onto Groudon, which was pretty obvious. That was a decent amount of damage, but this Max Geyser, I don't know. It was a crit, that's why the damage was so decent. Is this going to be a Max Geyser coming in, or do you have the Rock Fall? No, it's Lightning coming through. Charizard hanging on at 9 HP there. So I'm going to be able to get one more turn of Max. Unfortunately, not looking like I'm going to be able to set up the Wildfire. Never mind. Yep, I forgot about the Solar Power end of turn. 9 HP is 0 HP in terms of Charizard and the Sun. So probably would have been better off with my opponent going for the Max Geyser on me there. I believe while I still have the Sun up, I can try and get a Sleep Powder off on this Max Palkia. I'm sure I could definitely KO it at this range as well. Groudon being faster and not going to take a Fake Out this turn necessarily. I'm almost tempted to double into the Palkia, ensure it goes down, and then it'd be at least a single target Precipice Blades if this kills it. I don't think it will. Palkia is quite bulky, so I do want to get the double damage into it. Not really even waste a turn with Sleep Powder. A Life Orb, Venusaur damage, okay. They get the poison. Hopefully not going to be relevant. As Groudon doesn't miss. Picks up the knockout and does good damage onto the Incineroar, who's... What's he going to do? A Parting Shot on a Groudon this turn? Or maybe you're going to get a Sun Boosted Flare Blitz onto Venusaur. Possibly should have went for the Earth Power. Nope. Okay, so Venusaur is safe still. Still have the Sun up. Both Max Mons are gone, so I will... Depending on what my opponent switches out to here, Calyrex is going to be incentives again. More than likely just to cycle the Intimidate out. So with the max lightning giving the electric terrain, I know I can't get a sleep powder off here, so that was smart from the opponent. So does cycle the Incineroar. Quite tempted to go for a Lunala switch here. I know this Lunala in particular is much more special defensive, but I do believe I can take a hit from this. This Calyrex. Well, that's going to be a fake out coming in onto Venusaur, though, is it not? I don't really have other options. I want to cycle Venusaur or Groudon through. Fake out coming in onto the Venusaur as predicted. Unfortunate, but they do go for the Trick Room. Opponent probably wanting to go for the Glacial Lance. So I could reverse the Trick Room. I could go for the super effective Meteor Beam. I think Venusaur isn't actually my strongest option here. So maybe I do just want to get damage off and get that boost. Especially now that we're in Trick Room. So, predicting Venusaur is going to go down. Glacial Lance coming out. I can hide the Wide Guard for now for when Groudon comes through. Venusaur's not going to tank this. Nope, not in the slightest. I missed that thick, fat Mega Venusaur. But then I wouldn't have the awesome Chlorophyll Sun Boost. Having the Chilling Rain's kind of scary. The Parting Shot's unfortunate. Really good turn for my opponent. A Wide Guard. Yeah, Wide Guard into Earth Power onto the Incin. I don't know if it would knock it out. Probably not. So getting the boost back to neutral after the Parting Shot. How much damage can this do under the Calyrex Ice? This is my first time using Lunala. That's respectable damage though, but under the Trick Room, unfortunately, I'm gonna proc the weakness policy. If this Grimmsnarl has Taunt, and I go for my Wide Guard now to protect both Mons after this Calyrex hit +3, I'll be in trouble. But I'm going to go for the Wide Guard as hoped for before. And I believe we're out of Sun, or it's the last turn. It's the last turn of Sun. Really wish I had Protect on Venusaur. Would have been able to cycle the Sun this turn. I think I almost just go for the straight damage onto Calyrex through the Heavy Slam. I don't actually know how heavy Calyrex Ice is. Probably pretty heavy, but Wide Guard coming up. Do we see a Glacial Lance at Trick Room? We do. Wide Guard coming in clutch. Thank you, Lunala. The Lunadon combo, Heavy Slam hitting. Not enough. That was a crit as well. Foul play, KOing Lunala. No. Lunala hanging in by the... This game's looking real rough. I don't think we can come back from this. Opponent still has the Incin in the back to weaken the Groudon further. Well, I can at least get rid of that option, and a Heavy Slam and a Grimmsnarl. I don't know. Grimmsnarl. My Grimmsnarl sets usually run more defensive anyway. I don't want to miss. Unfortunate that we couldn't pick up the knockout despite getting the crit. The defensive power of that thing, though. He's going for Trick. So, losing my Assault Vest. Dodges the high horsepower. That's pretty huge. Lunala gets another turn now. Interesting. Unfortunate for my opponent. They're down to the Incineroar and Grimmsnarl duel. I have a Groudon with a lagging tail now and -1. Incineroar, most likely the fastest on the field here. Not a ton I can do about that. He might go for the Fake Out. I can't do any damage onto either of these Pokemon, unfortunately, with Lunala. I may be able to get that off if he goes for a Fake Out or a little more chip damage. And Fake Out's going to come in on the Groudon. Grimmsnarl is slower than Lunala, which does make sense. I don't know exact speed tiers. I just generally was going off of EVs. I have a faster No, I swapped the speed. So can Groudon 2v1 while at -1 attack? I'm going to have to get a big Precipice, maybe a crit. I don't think Heavy Slam can straight up KO Grimmsnarl. The foul plays are going to hurt. We are at a Trick Room. I didn't see that. Okay. Well, I'll just go for the Precipice. Pressamiss? No, we are still in Trick Room. Oh, okay. I didn't think I saw the message. So not going to do too much damage there after dropping my attack even further. And this isn't going to do too much either. Does a respectable amount onto the Incineroar. I can still win here off of crit. Opponent can win off of me missing. Pressamiss Blades is quite notorious for missing. As he further nerfs my Groudon into the ground, and the foul plays will be doing even less damage. I miss. Okay, I was hoping I didn't miss both. I hit the instant. It still picks up the knockout. Gonna be rough for my opponent to come back with a Grimmsnarl versus Groudon. Seems your only option for damaging me is the foul play, and with my -3 now Groudon, that's not going to be doing too much. A crit, however, could be nice, but I still don't see him coming back, because that's definitely going to knock him out next turn. The opponent could still crit. I could be underestimating the damage, but either way, it looks like this game is done this turn. GG's to my opponent. Probably made a lot of mistakes during that. I'll be rewatching and learning from my own errors. Hopefully you guys can watch and learn. Pick out where I made an error here or there in a match and say, hey, I would have done this different. But either way, we still got the W. GG to the opponent. We'll move on to the next game here in a second. Comment down below. Let me know what your guys' ranked ratio is for this season. Or if you're not playing, just, say hi. I like to hear from anyone. As you can probably tell, this is a very small and new growing channel. I'm really hoping to be able to push out some Scarlet and Violet content when those games drop. I don't know, I just want to rush through those games, get right into the ranked battles, and throw some videos on YouTube for you guys. Maybe we can all learn the new format of Gen 9 together. Anyway, we're coming up on a Calyrex Shadow Kyogre comp. Regieleki Tornadus. Rillaboom Lando. Okay. Pretty good team composition coming from the opponent here. I believe Lunala might be a pretty good start here. I know Venusaur. I don't think it max whatever max overgrowth or Vine Lash. I don't think that's going to be able to KO Kyogre, but maybe we can try. I don't think we're going to bring Charizard this round. Want the Gastrodon in the back. Good luck to you, Will. But again, hopefully I have a little more luck. As long as we're both having fun. Making these digital monsters fight each other to the death. Starting out with the Calyrex Shadow. Interesting, okay. Now if he wants to max that, a wide guard is not looking favorable. Quite tempted to simply switch into Groudon, get the sun up. I'm scared of he's going to max it now and get a Tailwind with Tornadus. Be absolutely faster than everything. I can try to go for a Chlorophyll Sleep Powder onto Calyrex. And go from there. See what the opponent's got going on. Send in the Assault Vest Groudon. Oh, that last game I was thinking the Trick Room ended, but I lost the Assault Vest. I got tricked. Lagging Tail. That's why I was going last out of Trick Room. So he did max. Probably good that I switched out the Lunala. He might have seen the wide guard coming. Tailwind from the opponent. So that horse is going to be fast, of course. That's a fast horse, of course. Into the Venusaur. Not what I predicted in the slightest. I thought Lunala would have been a bigger threat to him, but he may have predicted my max Venusaur. So, unfortunate start to the game for me. Calyrex Shadow, always being a beast as usual. I really should have went for the turn 1 Trick Room. Really dangerous sending Lunala in now. I haven't ran any calcs. I know 4 times effective move. Not favorable. I need to keep Gastrodon alive for Kyogre. Assuming the game gets to that point. I think I'm going to have to max. Do I want to max Groudon, actually? I don't think I want to max Groudon. No. I think I do. Let's max Groudon, try and get a Trick Room up. They may be going for the they're probably going to just blow up my Lunala. This game was, I don't know, A lot of games where they max turn 1 and get a KO, it's a little rough, but not impossible to come back. Really should have went for the Trick Room turn 1. I was a little more scared for Lunala than I was for Venusaur. Unfortunately so. Goes for the Darkness onto Lunala. That'll be a knockout. I think this is going to be a real quick GG for my opponent. Yeah, I think I could have done that a lot better in going for Trick Room on the first turn. While I was predicting Tailwind, I predicted him to target Lunala, but Venusaur was a much more obvious target, and now that I see it, it was a pretty big max option, being Venusaur against a Kyogre team. So now I'm stuck here with a Groudon and a Gastrodon against 4 Mons, including a Max Calyrex. So I can try to get a knockout on here. Maybe start spreading some yawns around. No, I gotta get some damage, even out the numbers. They're faster than me regardless. It's a little late for the max. Or the yawn on their max. Groudon. Gonna lose some defense on my side. Well played from the opponent for just targeting down the Venusaur turn 1. In hindsight, maybe not the best lead on my hand. Depending on what's in the back, if they brought their, I think they had a Regieleki along with their Kyogre. Maybe Gastrodon can sweep, but it's not looking too likely. Getting half damage on that. That's alright. They will at least have to commit one more attack into Groudon with his very weak HP and the fact he won't be moving first. He's just a damage sponge at this point, unfortunately. They brought Landorus. So even without the Tailwind, their whole team is just naturally faster than my team. I really should have got Trick Room up turn 1. Big misplay. Yeah, he's not going to get to move. I at least know my Landorus is EV'd to live in Ice Beam from a max. I don't know, no. I have live. I don't know if it was a max special attack Gastrodon, but that was also under light screen, so another misplay, but Groudon, not, no, he wouldn't have got to move anyway. He did double into the Groudon slot. Gastrodon coming out with an Ice Beam. Gets the knockout there. Hopefully one-shot the Lando. And maybe Kyogre will struggle enough and I can get a yawn off on it. I am going to want to Ice Beam first on the Landorus to mitigate the damage. He brought Rillaboom. It's GG. Good game to the opponent. Smart on them for not bringing Kyogre. I guess I'll protect the fake out turn, but a Grassy Glide will just be enough. I know I should just surrender at this point, but part of me thinks it's, it's Pokemon. There's RNG involved. Grassy Glide gets the Yoko though, so it didn't matter in the end. Sorry, opponent. Could have saved us both 30 seconds. GG, Will. You kicked my ass. Good play not bringing the Kyogre. Maybe we get to take a look at Will's team that he brought. Doesn't look like it. We'll get one more battle for you people here. We're 1-1 right now. Maybe we can end on a positive note. Hey, we found an opponent. A fellow Groudon user. Coming in with a Zacian Lilligant, Thundurus, Ensign, and a Gastro. I know Lilligant was quite popular in Sun and Moon. I use it with Torkoal. Does it still use the after use strats? We'll start with Charizard. Didn't bring him to the last game. Actually, screens are pretty nice in the Groudon mirror. So we'll start with the screen set of Groudon switch and Lunala in the back. I can start out this game fast with Charizard potentially. Depends when he wants to bring his Zacian in. Again, a turn 1 Trick Room could be pretty beneficial here. Good luck to you, opponent. Starting with Lilligant and Sin. So light screen, I don't think is as vital in this match. It could be wrong. Fake Out's probably gonna hit Incin or Grimmsnarl, sorry, from Incin. But I will still try and get a turn 1 Reflect up. Get that going for the next 8 turns. See what opponents got going on. I don't predict a max coming out from them turn 1, so I think I was okay to just protect the Zard. Protect him from the Fake Outs incoming. Maybe even a Sleep Powder. Nope. Lilligant's also going to go for a Protect, which I'm okay with. I do get the Reflect up, so no Fake Outs. Incin going for the Parting Shot onto the Zard, who protected, which is quite nice for me. I believe this turn I can now... So Lilligant probably has Focus Sash, Sleep Powder. Do I even want to max Charizard right now and send in Groudon? I think I unfortunately do. And if opponent goes for a Sleep Powder while I get the Sun up and moves before Charizard and has the Sash, which I think all things are quite likely, we could be in a decent amount of trouble here. Withdraws the Incin, which is pretty nice for me, not going for the second Parting Shot. Switches in their own Groudon. Alright, so Max Charizard gonna be able to hit Lilligant, I'm hoping, before it can get a Sleep Powder or whatever Lilligants want to do. They do move first, hit the Sleep Powder, and we're sad. Yep. As predicted. We are sad. I had to have known that was coming though, correct? Like, pretty unfortunate. That Sleep's probably going to be GG. He's got the Charm as well. Lilligant proven to be a beast now. I haven't gone against one. Charizard gets the really early wake up. Might go down to a Stone Edge though. I have the Charty Berry. Doesn't have the Sash, so we're still playing Pokemon. We're still playing Pokemon, guys. He's a Swords Dance Groudon, unfortunately. I'm going to get the Fire Punch off on it. Not wanting to miss, press a miss, but... Ooh. Also quite bulky. Maybe more physically bulky, though, so... G-Max Wildfire damage. Coming in pretty handy there. Now do we see a Zacian coming in? No, he goes straight for the Thundurus. I'm quite scared of that Groudon though, so I think Charizard's going to have to go for the big Wildfire onto it. Unfortunately for me. It's a lot of unfortunate predicaments that you come across in Pokemon. Like me pressing Stone Miss here onto Thundurus. Is that going to be a Max Thundurus or a Max Groudon after your... Ooh, it's going to be a Max Groudon after your Swords Dance, isn't it? Maybe press the A button a little too fast there. That is going to be a big boy, strong as hell Groudon. It's Charizard's damage gonna be enough. I don't... No, that's not enough. I really should have doubled up on that slot. I lose my Reflect as well. That sucks. That's a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. Wow. Wow. And we didn't miss Stone Edge. Wow. Things could not have gone better. A critical hit as well. Maybe that mattered. I don't know if crit mattered there. It's going to look like GG. So the opponent has Zacian in the back. No, it was the Incin, correct. Well, doesn't look like the opponent can 1 versus 4 with an Incineroar, so looks like a good game. I hope this video was entertaining to some people. I hope you guys had some fun in the sun with me, Lunala, and Groudon. We all had some great matches, you know. Won some, we lost some. But I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot about this team. I look forward to playing it a lot more. Maybe I'll drop some more videos of it if this video can at least get maybe, I don't know. Let's say 10 likes. That's a realistic goal. I will pop the code. Well, no, the code was already on screen at the start of the video. I can quickly go over this team's EVs. If anyone's interested, I will post a, what are they called? Not a Pikalytics. Pikalytics is where you get things. You know, a full EV spread. Pokepaste. I will make a Pokepaste of this team if anyone is interested at all. We have our Assault Vest Groudon here. He came in clutch in a lot of games. Pretty beefy boy. Can do some decent damage. Max HP. Near max attack. With a little bit of speed investment to outspeed the mirror match. Lunala. Having some real funky looking EVs. Little bit of HP. Decent amount of special attack. A lot of special defense. And a tiny little bit of speed as well. Rocking the Trick Room, Wide Guard, Meteor Beam, Moongeist Beam with the Power Herb. We got Venusaur. You know, didn't really get to shine this video. I did my boy wrong. I'm sorry, Dank the Venusaur. He will have a chance another day. Just typical 252 special attack and speed. Probably, I think it's 4 in HP. Sleep Powder, you know. Good set for maxing with Frenzy Plant. It's good Vine Lash option. And good coverage with Sludge Bomb and Earth Power. Didn't get to, unfortunately, shine this video. But it's there. It can put in a lot of work with the Chlorophyll Boosted Sleep Powder. As Lilligant did against this Charizard, who, thank you so much for waking up early that last game. You did real good there, buddy. 252 special attack and speed, rocking the Charty Berry to help survive opposing Charizard's max Rockfall or Ancient Power, in or out of max. Can survive a couple other moves, you know, does pretty well against a Rock Slide, much better than you would without a Charty Berry. With the Solar Power boost, though, and the Sun, those max wildfires off Blast Burn are really hurting hard. I really like Max Charizard in this format. And he just looks so cool with his shiny. Moving on to the Dawn. We got Gastrodon with that Storm Drain. You know, I feel like Gastrodon would have really been handy in that match. The second match there. Sorry, second last. If the opponent actually brought their Kyogre instead of Rillaboom in the back. He can do a lot of damage, surprising amounts of damage from Gastrodon. Has a decent amount of special attack invested in a lot of bulk with HP special defense split and some defense on the side. I really like using Gastrodon. Quite disruptive using Yawn. And he's a bulky boy. Couple Storm Drains as well against the opposing Kyogre. You know, you don't save your partner Pokemon, but you get the special attack boost, and Gastrodon doesn't take any damage. Great switch into it as well. So yeah. And to round it all off, we got our support boy, Grimmsnarf the Grimmsnarl. And rocking the Light Clay. Ours is max HP with a decent amount of defense and just a little bit of special defense. No speed investment on this Grimmsnarl. But he's rocking the dual screen Spirit Break and Thunder Wave. I don't know, didn't really come into play today with these videos where I wanted to swap Thunder Wave for Scary Face, but it is an option. You can go so many different routes with Grimmsnarl. He's a great support mon, probably one of the best prankster Pokemon in this current format, and maybe I predict Grimmsnarl is going to be really useful in Series 13 as well with Mythicals. Dual screens, always good. Prankster speed dual screens, even better. He's just a great Pokemon all around. Grimmsnarf the Grimmsnarl. But there's our team. I hope you guys had fun. It's been a lot of fun making this video and playing with this team. But you guys take care, keep chill, and stay frosty. Thanks again. Bye.